Like anyone who's journeyed into the internal arts, the instruction we always encounter in the beginning is sink. Sink. We're always relaxing, sinking, but sometimes we need to let the energy rise. And we need to explore the various personalities that Qi has. When it interacts with the tissue in our body, the different personalities we give it will cause different reactions. We can get it to rise, or we can get it to start to sink. So this sinking, you see here, this is what we work on in Tai Chi in the beginning, because it's something that a lot of people need. A lot of us are stuck with the energy way up high in our head, and we need to get it to sink down. But that isn't the only thing that energy does. It's not the correct thing for energy to do. There's many different ways that energy can move. And if we have Qi that can sink down, that means we can also inflate the Qi and have it rise up. And this has some incredible benefits for health in general, emotionally, mentally, physically, to alter how the energy Qi is working within the body, within the mind, within the emotions, and within space around us. Now, one of my teachers would often tell me, where there's one, there's two. Where there's two, there's four. Where there's four, there's eight. Where there's eight, there's 16, etc., etc. So, when we are looking at the way that we're going to allow Qi to express itself through the various systems that we have with the body, etc., we need to apply this and not get stuck in one rigid way of perceiving how Qi will function. Because if you do, you end up with your head chopped off of the top of your video clip and you have no idea. And this is super common. It's super common. You look at any system of anything, whether it's martial arts, qigong, meditative endeavors, and this is natural. Different systems will stress different elements of what it is that they're trying to work on. So, of course, if we're coming from the martial arts perspective, sinking is going to be of primary importance. That's how you maintain your balance, your grounding, your connection to yourself. It increases your stability, it increases your ability to produce power, it increases your ability to punch hard, and to connect your mass to everything that you're doing, and not just your own mass. And not just your own mass, but to connect with the mass of the earth beneath your feet. So whatever you do, when you touch someone in the martial arts, in Tai Chi we work on this a lot, you have all of your body mass connected, as well as everything that you're able to recruit through the ground. In this case, with this headless Tai Chi or Qigong little video clip, I'm working on sinking, and I'm letting my mind spread down through the little stump I'm standing on, reaching through the roots into the ground. Always a good conversation stopper, that's for sure. A great way to work your practice is through walking. We want to try to learn to practice in daily activities that we go through. If we get stuck in keeping our practice rigid within the activity itself, we become very limited in time. The time that we can spend practicing, it's very limited. If, however, we can start to expand our practice to become a part of more aspects of our day-to-day activities, then we get to explore our practice all day long. And any good teacher I've ever spoken with, they're always practicing. And of course, everyone sets time aside to really go deep, because you can't really go as deep when you're meandering around compared to when you are in specific, intense practice. But there's very few of us who have a schedule, or often even the inclination to maintain an intense, very precise, engaged practice all day long. It's certainly something that we want to do. We do want to put time aside, absolutely. Definitely put time aside for specific practice. But enjoy bringing what you do practice in your specific practice times. Let that bleed out into the rest of your activities throughout the day. Now, for me, being in nature, it really lets my mind expand out. I can start to spread my awareness and fill the forest. Here I'm touching into this big cedar tree and extending my mind through and up the trunk of the tree, up through to the top. And my phone's it's got a terrible battery here, so I'm feeling a little rushed as I'm doing this because the cold just shuts it off. So here I moved over to a Doug fir tree, and they have distinct feelings, these two different trees. When I touch my mind in, stretch the mind in, let the body tune, harmonize, and stretch to the tree. And here I'm just sending my mind right up the tree, and it's a lot of fun. It's a really nice way to practice. I love being in nature. It's superb for heightening the senses. You see more, you hear more, you feel more, you smell more. I mean, Jesus, like look at these colors. The greens, they just glow. The different mosses, the reds in the wood, the browns, the grays. So the purpose of this clip here is to help with inspiring folks to practice a little bit more. You have to find something that excites you, that inspires you to want to practice. There's too much emphasis put on just discipline. Here in this clip, I found this beautiful little nursing stump. Well, not so little, it's got a pretty gigantic tree on it. And nursing stumps are when a tree dies, it falls over, hits the ground, and then saplings are nourished by the dead tree. And so essentially it becomes food for its babies, and you get these really cool root systems. So here I'm practicing sinking, and I'm using the root system to help me tap in and send my mind deep and let it start to spread out underneath the ground, just like the roots I'm standing on here. I let my mind spread and see if I can start to feel underneath the ground, through the earth, follow the roots. The roots are always searching for water and nutrients, just as the sun, the foliage is always searching for sunlight. And you really want to tap in and start to feel those inclinations of the tree. So to sum up here, the purpose of this clip has been to give folks hopefully a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of freedom in how you apply yourself to your practice, your sense of joy when you are practicing. You know, go somewhere beautiful, have a good time. Practice should be fun. It certainly is for me, especially in places like this. Alrighty, hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna try to start doing some more of these editing. Ooh, it takes some time. Even as shitty as I edited this, it still took over an hour and a half just about. So I'll try to put some more of this stuff up and hopefully improve on everything. Alrighty, take care.